Hello everyone, I am SuperBaby731, and today we will be reviewing the pilot two-parter for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. So in this pilot two-parter, it starts off by telling a story of two royal sisters who ruled the land together. One controlled the sun, and the other controlled the moon. So basically the one who controlled the moon got jealous of the other sister and made it have forever night. And basically the other sister, who ends up being Princess Celestia, um, she banishes her other sister to the moon for like I think 1,000 years, something crazy like that, which might be very very scarring. I think that's a bit of a harsh punishment, but okay. So then after that happens, we eventually cut to our main character, who's Twilight Sparkle. She's basically like the bookworm, and she's trying to warn Princess Celestia about this, but Princess Celestia, so she says, doesn't believe her. So Princess Celestia orders Twilight Sparkle to go make some friends. And she meets ponies along the way, and these ponies wind up being our main characters, like Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, and come on, who am I missing? Am I missing someone? Oh, and Fluttershy, obviously. What's wrong with me? So, yeah. So then we end up eventually meeting all those characters who will later be known as the main six. And basically, what ends up happening is that the episode ends on like a cliffhanger where Twilight was right all along, and the other sister, who's Nightmare Moon. Should have mentioned that before, but whatever. She has returned, and it ends on a cliffhanger. Now that is a very basic summary. I highly suggest you watch the episode, but I'm just trying to be basic to say my opinions. If you want to watch the episode, I highly recommend you either support them or do what I do and watch it on Netflix, because it's the right thing to do. I mean, if you're going to watch it on Dailymotion, what am I going to do about it? So, so then in the next two-parter, we can call this the more adventurous one. The beginning one is like the setup, I guess you could say. In the next two-parter, Twilight and her soon-to-be friends go on an adventure, and basically on this adventure that they go through, each of them displays how they're useful on this said adventure as they go to Nightmare Moon and get the elements of harmony. But the thing I'm wondering is, why doesn't Princess Celestia do this herself? Or why doesn't the guards? I mean, now that I think about it, I think it would make a lot more sense if Princess Celestia ordered Twilight to do it. Maybe she does in the episode, but I highly doubt that she does. I don't know, you only have a certain amount of time to make these episodes, so I'm just going to continue. So, basically, they end up going on an adventure, and then after their adventure, Twilight Sparkle, who is technically like the spark, so I guess we can call her Twilight Sparkle. She's the spark of the elements of harmony. Oh, dang it, I forgot to mention. Alright, let's rewind. So the elements of harmony are the six elements that defeated Nightmare Moon and put her in the moon. And basically, what ends up happening is that Twilight and her friends end up being representatives of these elements of harmony. Twilight being the element of magic, Applejack being the element of honesty, Fluttershy being the element of... Ah, man, I feel bad for Fluttershy. I'm really forgetting. Fluttershy being the element of... Oh, man, I forgot. Let's just call it happiness. Or is that Pinkie Pie? Alright, basically, I'm not going to try to remember anymore. They each get their own elements, and Twilight gets the element of magic, and then the episode ends off with Princess Celestia reuniting with her sister, and they all save the day, it's all happy, and we have the start of our show. Now let's get to the good stuff, aka my opinions, so that's very subjective. So, what did I think of this episode? Well, to be honest, I was quite surprised. You see, I first saw this episode when I was at my cousin's house, and he showed told me I should watch it with him, so I did. And basically, I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good introduction to the series. And it really shows after watching it that they put a lot of effort into something called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. It really teaches you a lesson. Like, the whole show kind of teaches you the lesson of, well, it does teach you lessons, but I think one of the main lessons that the show doesn't teach you, but that you can kind of pick up on, is that as long as you have a good writing team and a good team behind it, you can make a lot of anything, even something involving My Little Pony, entertaining. And I think that that's really cool. As for the episode, I thought basically that it was good. Now, that was my first impression, but after seeing every episode as of now anyway, including the Equestria Girls movie, now what do I think about it? Now I think that the episode was alright. We have gotten a lot of better two-parters, and even a lot of better just one episodes, such as Cutie Mark, Arc of the Crusaders. That was the big one with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, but I'm not going to spoil what happens, even though I said it's the big one, and you've probably already assumed. But, and also, you got, what was it? I think it was Magical Mystery Cure, I believe, and it was when Twilight switched up all the cutie marks. Yeah, you got, those are two episodes, to name a few, that I think are probably better than this two-parter, but as for the two-parter itself, it's a pretty good introductory to the series. And I think now, after watching other episodes that I can compare it to, my dog is barking in the background. Let me pause it until he stops because he cannot shut up. But I think he stopped now. If he didn't, I'll just pause this again. So yeah, I think after having other episodes to compare it to, the episode was alright. You know, it was a good introductory to the series. It can probably get you captured into the series. You can start out on other episodes if you like. I know my friend Jealous Codster told someone, we were trying to convince our friend Nate, who's not the YouTuber NP Brady that we know, it's another Nate. We were trying to convince him to watch My Little Pony Friendship and Magic and of where to start. I recommended a two-parter. He recommended Dragon Shy, so I'd say either one of those. You're gonna eventually need to watch the two-parter anyway, because this show does have consistency. It's not like Dora the Explorer or something, or some other show where you can just start off in one episode. Not that those shows are bad, but like, you know, I'm just saying that this show has it of where you do have to know what's going on, at least. So either start at the two-parter or Dragon Shy. That is my recommendation as I could think of at the top of my head. So, let me think of something else to say to fill up more time if I have to. Not that I have to, but, so, let me discuss problems with the episode. Things I did not like. I think that this can go for about any two-parter, and maybe some people can agree with me. I think that it's kind of weird of how whenever something bad happens, Celestia's guards are just, you know, they're kind of useless. Like, she has a bunch of guards that we've seen, and they're kind of useless. Like, and it just doesn't make that much sense to rely on the main six, that's what they're called, so much in the series and not have some of the guards try to take care of it, or they usually get beat up and look useless. They're a lot like stormtroopers now that I think about it. As for Princess Celestia, I think this episode would have been better if Princess Celestia specifically told Twilight and her friends, or soon-to-be friends, to go out and do that because she knew that they would represent the elements of harmony. I think that would have made a lot of sense instead of Twilight and her friends just jumping in action. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bottom line is I think that the beginning episode was, I'm not going to say it was okay. I think it was I think it was good. I think it was a good introductory. I'm sorry, I don't do these reviews that often, but if you could bear with me, thank you. That might have sounded jerkish. I'm sorry. I think that the introduction was pretty good, and I think it was a good episode overall. Like I said, we have gotten better two-parters, but I think overall it was a good episode. So I can see why some people would say it's alright. I I think it was good. It's kind of mixing with me when I think about it. It was a mix between, I think it was a mix between alrighty and goody. It was alrighty good. It was an alright kind of good, if that makes any sense. I don't think I'm gonna give this episode any stars because I don't generally do that, and I wasn't prepared for it. So yeah, I'm gonna give this episode the scale of an alrighty good, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. If you haven't seen My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, despite of how people may say it's girly or that it's just a kid show, just don't be worried about being teased and watch it. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it. At least you gave it a chance, and that's something to be proud of, because not a lot of people give things a chance. So, yeah, I highly recommend that whoever's watching this, if you haven't checked out My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, that you do check it out. It's on Netflix, like I said before. It's probably on iTunes. You could probably check it out there. And if you want to be dark, you could check it out on Daily Motion. Ooh. But I do suggest that you do Netflix. But hey, it's whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you want to see more reviews like this from me, just let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought of this review. Let me know what you thought of the episode. If you think I was wrong on anything, just let me know anything. Unless it's like inappropriate. I'm not going to respond to that kind of stuff. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That is my thoughts on the two-parter, or the first two-parter, of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll try not to say in the future, and bye!